Hey, it's Barbara from Monkey Wrench Wellness here at the Abington Cam with my friend Rich, who is a first responder, for a yoga class that can be adaptable for anybody, but that I'm gearing towards first responders. So I'm gearing toward people who are climbing ladders, climbing stairs, carrying heavy things, having things strapped to your back that make you hunched over. So working on stretching and strengthening quads, hamstrings, stretching and strengthening the core, the upper back, and opening up the chest a little bit. Again, this is geared toward first responders, but it's a practice that I do all the time. So something anyone can do, and I hope you enjoy. Are you ready?
Let's go.
All right. I'm gonna have you start lying on your back with your head up toward that end. Exhale. Oh, there you go. You're good. Okay. And we're always going to start by taking a few deep breaths to settle into the practice. So I'm going to have you put your hands on your belly with your middle fingers together. Let your elbows relax down toward the ground. And take an inhale, and the belly rises up, and you'll notice that your middle fingers will move away from each other. Exhale, the belly drops and the middle fingers move back towards each other. So just inhaling and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time like that. Inhale and exhale. Good. We'll start with some slow movements in the legs. So I'm going to have you bend your knees so that your feet are on the floor. Perfect. And your hands can stay where they are. And moving with the inhale and the exhale. So you'll take an inhale and just let your knees fall over to one side. They don't have to go all the way. Linking the breath with the movement. Inhale the knees up. Exhale them to the other side. Good. Inhale the knees up. Nice. Exhale to the other side. Good. Getting some movement in the hips and the lower back. Inhale up. Exhale to the other side. Good. Inhale up. Exhale to the other side. Once more on each side. Inhale up. Exhale to the other side. Good. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale to the other side. Nice. Come back to the center on the inhale. And from here, we're going to start stretching out the hamstrings and the quads. So first, you're going to draw both knees up to your chest. You can hold your knees either under or over, whatever works for you. Take a big inhale so the belly rises up. Exhale, and here you can even rock from side to side. Massage out the lower back a little bit. Starting to stretch out the hips gently. We don't want to overstretch. Awesome. Keep your right knee in your right hand and put your left foot on the floor. Awesome. And your left arm can go just on the floor. So you're just holding the left knee with the left hand, and slowly draw that knee open towards your armpit. Perfect. Breathe here. Starting to just open the hips a little bit because those get tight. Keep that breathing going. Good. Once more. Good. Drop that foot to the ground. Good. Draw the opposite knee up. Nice. Drawing toward the hip. Open. Nice. And breathing here. Good. And if it's hard to hold over the knee, you can hold under the knee and just breathe here. Release that so both feet are on the floor. And I'm gonna grab your strap. If you don't have a strap at home, you can grab a tie or a belt or a towel. And we're gonna bring the strap around the right foot. So right around the bottom of the right foot. And then bring that right leg up into the air, and you're holding the strap with both hands. If you can, bring your elbows to the floor. Perfect. Take a breath here, and maybe you wrap the strap around your hands, maybe you don't, and draw that right leg in towards your body a little bit. We don't want to stretch too hard. A little stretch goes a long way. Breathe. So we're stretching the hamstrings, so that's the whole back of the leg. Can you feel that? Okay. And maybe see if you can flex your ankle just a tiny bit so your toes may point, and then point back towards your face, and point to the air, and point back towards your face. And that can be a little movement. It doesn't have to be big. And maybe draw the leg towards your body just a little bit. Don't overstretch. Good. Take the strap into your right hand. And I'm gonna scooch this way so I don't get smacked in the face. And we're gonna open that right leg out to the side. Good. And just let the weight of the leg go as far as it wants to go. You don't need to, again, overstretch. So here, and then breathe. You're gonna feel a stretch on your inner thigh. That's your adductor muscle. That's the muscle that actually brings the thighs together. So breathing here. Good, coming back up to the center. With the strap in both hands, draw it in towards your body. Just one more time. Big breath in, big breath out. Good, and gently, be careful so you don't hit your face. Release the strap, bring your right foot to the ground, and the strap comes around the left foot, and we're gonna do the same thing. So you can wrap the strap if you need to around your hands. See if you can get the elbows on the floor and draw the leg up towards your body. It might be different on the other side. Don't force it. You don't have to straighten your knee all the way. You can see my knee's not gonna straighten all the way. We're recording this in the morning. So I'm not as warmed up or flexible as I might be at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So you don't have to. I can still feel the stretch in the back of my leg. You feel it in the back of your leg? Mm-hmm. Okay. Just breathe here. Maybe point and flex the ankles so the toes move around. When I do that, I have to adjust the strap so it goes right over the ball of my foot because it feels better. And just breathing, don't hold your breath. A strap comes into the left hand and open that leg out to the left. Again, listen to your body. You might notice that you have a further or a not as far range of motion on this side. It may feel more or less tight than the other side. For me, this side, for whatever reason, feels like it's stretching more. And I don't feel the stretch as much, which just means today that leg is stretched out more. Always coming back to your breath. Good, bring that leg back up to the center. Take the strap in both hands and draw that leg back in towards your body just a little bit. Again, we don't want to overstretch. And we can release the strap. Put that off to the side. Both feet come to the floor and then bring both knees back up towards your chest. Good. You rock back and forth. Really see if you can pull the knees in. You'll get a nice stretch in your quads. Move from side to side. Good. Feet come to the floor. And all we're going to do here is roll over onto your belly. Perfect. So first thing, you can rest your head on your hands and bend your knees. And again with the breath, inhale. Exhale the feet toward the right, windshield wipering. Good, inhale them up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. This is good for the hips. Also good for the belly, and just move with your breath side to side. It's one of those things, if your belly's kind of rumbly and you want things to move a little bit, this is a really good one. Not first responder specific, but good. One more time to each side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the side. Inhale to the center. Good. And release your feet down so that the tops of your feet are resting on the mat. Perfect. We're going to bring your hands underneath your shoulders and your forehead's on the mat. So down like that. And we're going to come up into a baby cobra. So we're going to take an inhale. And as we exhale, lift the forehead and the nose and the chin. And start to lift the shoulders until you get to the point where you feel like you want to push into your hands. And then stop. Pull your belly button in to protect your lower back. And breathe here. So really the upper muscles in your back are holding you up, so you can actually lift your hands up. Good. Breathe here. We're just going to do 3 breaths. So this starts to pull the back muscles, upper back muscles back for when you are carrying stuff around on your back. Lower down slowly. The chest comes down. Tuck the chin. Lower the forehead. And take a couple of breaths. And we'll do that again. Inhale, the forehead comes up, and the nose and the chin, and the shoulders and the chest. Pull your belly button in. And again, if you wanted to, you don't have to. I'm just showing that my back is holding me up. My hands are not. Good. This kind of reverses all that hunched over stuff. And slowly lower down chest, tuck your chin, forehead comes down. So we'll bring that to the next step. We'll inhale the forehead up, the nose and the chin come up, the shoulders and the chest come up, and keep pushing. Pull your belly button in until you want to push into your hands, and maybe push into your hands a little or a lot and come into a cobra. The chest comes forward and the chin can come up a little bit. Belly's in, breathing here, shoulders are down. See if you, couple breaths here. Really good to open up, stretch the chest muscles that are always hunched, and strengthen the upper back. Lower, keep your elbows tight into your body. Lower, 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 tuck the chin, forehead comes down. And take a breath. And we're going to do that one more time. So inhale, the forehead comes up, and the chin and the shoulders and the chest, and then push into the hands. Spread your fingers nice and wide too. Yeah, nice. Chin can come up a little. Lower your shoulders. Yeah. And breathe here. Belly buttons in to protect the lower back. And slowly lower. Excellent. So we're going to take this one more step. We're going to drop the hands so that the hands are down by your sides with the palms facing up. Good. And we're going to take an inhale and lift the forehead and the shoulders and the arms. Good. Pull the belly button in, and maybe your legs come up too. Maybe they don't. And 3 breaths here, and as you're breathing, you can feel the belly moving against the floor. And you can see me stretching my foot because I've got a cramp in my leg. Good. One more breath. And lower everything down slowly. Tuck the chin. We're going to do that one more time. Take an inhale and bring the forehead up as you exhale, and the shoulders And yep, there you go. Everything's up. The hands, the feet, 3 breaths. And you can kind of see my body rocking with the breaths. 1 more. And lower. Beautiful. And just here, put the hands under your forehead for a minute and just take a couple of breaths. Good. And we're going to slowly come up to hands and knees. So we're coming up into that tabletop position. Okay, making sure your hands are under your shoulders. Lift one up and down, lift one up. You might want to come up a little forward on your mat. Yep, fingers are nice and wide because you've been in classes with me before. Awesome. So we're going to do some cow cats. So we're always starting with the tailbone. We're going to inhale, the tailbone comes up, the belly drops, the shoulder blades move towards each other when we look up. Yeah. Exhale, rounding from the tailbone like a angry cat. Drop the chin. Inhaling from the tailbone, belly drops. Yep, you know how to do it. Exhale, round. 2 more times here. And 1 more time. Good, we're going to come to that neutral spine. And we're going to move through a bird dog. I don't know if I ever said the name with you, but it's called bird dog. You've done it before. So it's balance, it's core strength, all at the same time. And stretching some stuff. We're going to bring the right leg back. Good. And the left arm forward like you're going to shake someone's hand. Beautiful. 3 breaths. See if you can bring that right hip down a little bit so it's, yeah, perfect, so it's level. 1 more breath. And then don't move, but bring your left arm out to the side. You're not gonna hit me in the face, don't worry, I'll duck. You can put a hand or a foot down anytime you want to. This activates your oblique muscles. And then maybe, just maybe, you take your left hand and you bend your foot and you reach back and you find your foot. Sometimes it's further away than other days. And pull the foot back so you're opening up the shoulder. Belly button's pulled in for 3 breaths. Good. Hand comes down, back toes come down. Long leg, yep, push back so you're stretching your calf muscles. Good. Good. Come back into the tabletop and we're going to come into a child's for a moment. So knees are together, knees are apart, toes are together. And the hips come back and walk the arms forward. Your forehead can come down to your hands, to a block, to the mat. If your shoulders don't like being in that position, you can bring your arms further back. But take some breaths here. Good. And we come up gently back into that tabletop. So make sure the hands are under your shoulders. Fingers are nice and wide because that just gives you a better base. And the left leg comes back. Good. And the right arm comes forward. Nice. Couple breaths here. If you notice your right shoulder's by your right ear, see if you can dig that shoulder back into the socket. And then the right arm comes out to the side, so you're activating obliques. And then maybe see if the right hand can snatch that left foot and pull back on the foot, and that's going to open the shoulder. And breathe. Nice. So this one, we're opening the shoulders, we're strengthening the upper back, we're stretching the quads, we're doing a whole bunch of things. Hand comes down, your toes, leg comes out long, toes come to the ground, and just push back. And anytime, if your wrists start to bother you, or if you have arthritis in your hands, you can always come up on your fists. That's always an option. Okay, and then back to table and into that child's pose for just a couple of minutes to let that settle. Good, so let's come back up to tabletop. We're gonna do a little bit of core, just a little bit. And there are options. So as we go through these movements, you can always come back into child's pose if it doesn't feel good. You can always pick one of the poses and stay in it. Or you can stop, rest, and come back to it, okay? But this is good core, good upper body strength, and some mobility in the hips too. You ready?
Let's go.
Okay, so you're gonna tuck your toes. We're gonna take an inhale and exhale, bring the hips up. We're gonna come into child's pose. Not child's pose, downward dog. So we're gonna come up high on the toes. Good, bend your knees, push your hips back a little bit, and then bring your heels toward the floor. I've been doing this for over 20 years. My heels don't ever reach the floor. Little bend in your elbows because that protects your shoulders. Tuck your chin. We're gonna take a breath here. On the exhale, we're gonna come forward into a plank. I know we're not supposed to, but I always have to move my hands. Yeah, so we're in a plank. See if you can come down. See if you can, yeah, good. Okay. And then from here, we're gonna come back up into downward dog, because I messed up. Bend the knees so that they hover along the floor. Yep, then come forward into plank. Up into downward dog. See if we can get 4 more. If you have to stop anywhere and come down to your knees, that's fine. Bend the knees and hover. Forward to plank. Up to downward dog. 3 more. Bend the knees to hover. Forward to plank. Up to downward dog. 2 more. Bend the knees, hover. Forward to plank. Up to downward dog. I lost count, so this is the last one. Bend the knees to hover. Forward to plank. Up to downward dog. And the knees come all the way down. Child's pose. Nice. If you do that a lot, you're going to feel it in your core. Ooh, so a couple breaths here. Just to recover. And we'll come back up to table. And I want to make sure that you have your blocks near the front of the mat. Okay. I'm going to fingers wide. We're just going to come up into downward dog, but it's just for the sake of standing up. That was the ickiest it gets. Tuck your toes, take an inhale. Exhale, come up into downward dog. And start to walk your hands back towards your knees. Bend your knees a lot so that you're in a forward fold, but your belly's resting on your thighs. You can tuck your chin and you can rock from side to side. Some people like to grab their elbows. Some people like to sweep the floor. Whatever feels good. And we're going to push into the feet
and roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time, with super strong legs. Rolling up, rolling up, rolling up, rolling up, rolling up. We're standing. We're going to come up to the front of the mat. Good. We're going to do mountain pose first, because we always do mountain pose. So your feet are hip distance apart. Yep, and your hips are like where your hip bones are. So we say hip distance apart and everybody does this. That's not it. Where your hip bones are and come down. Good. So even bring your feet in a little. Yeah, good. And we tend to look at our toes when we do this, and it's okay. But if you don't, I promise you they're still there. So we're just gonna, I'll face this way. We're just gonna lift the toes up. And then with the toes lifted, we're gonna push into that big toe mound of flesh. Right behind the toes. And with the toes up, pushing into the big toe mound of flesh, you're gonna push into the outside edge of your heel. So what we're doing is activating the muscles in your arches. Pulls your arches up. So the toes are up, pushing into the big toe mound of flesh, the outside edge of your heels, the inside edge of your heels. So your heels are nice and grounded now. And then push into the mound of flesh out on the, behind your baby toes. And your toes might spread out, and then drop your toes down to the ground. Nice. Make sure you have a little bend in your knees. You don't want your knees locked. And the long bones in your thighs, your femur bones, they spiral in towards each other a little. It's hard to see in these pants, but you're not getting knock-kneed. It's a little inner spiral. One hand comes to your belly, one hand comes to your lower back. Okay, and I do this in almost every yoga class, so you might have seen it before. And just kind of move the tailbone so that it's not arched back and it's not tucked under. You want your tailbone pointing down. Okay, so once you get the tailbone pointing down, drop your hands so that the palms are facing forward. Drop the shoulders. Chin is parallel to the floor. You look like you've done this before. And we just kind of breathe here. So we're nice and lined up. We've tractioned our spine. If you do this all the time, this is what, I mean, I've gone from 5 feet to 5'1" doing this. It's amazing. Okay. And it gets rid of some of our sort of protective positions where we're hunched over, and that crushes all the organs, doesn't give room for the organs to work, and it also is not good for your upper back. And it also helps us to get rid of the arched back, always ready for a fight, which is not good for your upper back, not good for your lower back, and also kind of squeezes out your adrenal glands and sends more adrenaline into your body. So it's a nice neutral position. And from here we can move a little bit. So we're gonna do mini sun salute first. And inhale the arms up overhead. We'll do 3. Exhale, swan dive down, bend your knees. Inhale, come halfway up so you're sort of in an L position. Exhale down. Inhale, bend your arms, bend your knees rather. Reverse your swan dive. Hands meet and come to the chest. Good. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Hands come to the chest. One more. Inhale the arms out to the sides and overhead. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good, let that settle. That gets super meditative because we're really linking the breath with the movement. And this is where yoga really starts to work on your brain. So here, we're gonna add to a sun salute. So I'm gonna face this way. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. I'm gonna go first so I don't get bonked in the head. Inhale, halfway up. exhale down, bring your hands to your blocks. Step your right leg back into a lunge, okay, but use your block. Good. And just breathe here for just a moment. Your spine is nice and long. And then maybe you come up into a crescent lunge. Okay, so you might be up on your back toe, you might not be. Everybody's different. Balance is also different. You can come down on your back knee if it's more comfortable for you. We're gonna take an inhale, and we're gonna exhale forward so that we're in a long diagonal line from our heel to our head. Good. Inhale up. So this is really good for the quads. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Exhale forward. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Nice. Exhale forward all the way down to the hands on the mat. Beautiful. We're going to bring the back knee down. And we're going to bring both knees down. You can bring your hands to the floor. Okay, and we're going to come back sort of into a halfway bird dog. So bring the right leg back. Well, yeah, bird dog. Left leg forward. Good. Now see if you can bend them both so they meet underneath. So it's good for the core. It's good for like stair climbing stuff. Inhale them back. Exhale them together. Inhale back. Exhale together. Inhale back. Exhale together. Bring them to the floor. Left leg comes back. Right leg comes forward. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale. Left elbow, right knee towards each other. Inhale forward. Good. Exhale them together. Inhale them forward. Nice. Exhale them together-ish. Inhale forward and back. And good. The hand comes down. The knees come down. And we want to finish that sun salute, so we're going to tuck the toes, that side of it. Take an inhale. Exhale. Downward dog. Breathe here for a moment. Little bend in your elbows. Breathe big in and breathe big out. And maybe you step your hands, your feet rather, towards your hands. So we come into a forward fold towards the front of the mat. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse that swan dive. Hands to the heart. Let that settle. There's only one more side to do.
Left side.
Left side. Good. So, let's just do it. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Forward fold. Grab your blocks. Left leg back. Left leg back. Good. So we're in that runner's lunge. And get used to this. See how it feels. See if you can get your knee at a 90-degree angle. We don't want it to go past that. Back is nice and long. So imagine a diagonal line from your back heel through the top of your head. And then here, so if what we did before was ick, you can bring your knee down and do the lunge this way, or we can come up into that runner's lunge. And again, balance is a thing. So we're here, yup, bend that front knee a little bit, good. Take an inhale, and we come forward, and we come back. Good, exhale forward. Inhale back, nice. One more time, exhale forward, beautiful. Nice adjustment. Inhale back, nice. And we're gonna exhale, hands come down to the block. Left knee comes down. Right knee comes down. Hands come to the floor. And this time, the left foot goes back, left leg. Right arm comes forward. So we're back in bird dog. Good, breathe. Inhale. Exhale, bend your left knee and your right elbow so they maybe come towards each other. Inhale forward and back. Exhale together. Inhale apart. Good. Exhale together. Inhale apart. Exhale together. Inhale apart. One more. Exhale together. Inhale apart. Beautiful. Bring the hand down, bring the knee down. We're going to tuck the toes. We're going to come back into downward dog. Take an inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Walk the hands back toward the feet. Good. Come halfway up. Exhale down. Reverse your swan dive, coming all the way up. Hands come together. And breathe, let that settle. A little bit of a sun salute with a little bit of some core added. Nice. And did you get that little, it's the climbing thing, right? It's the climbing thing. Little bit of balance, okay? What do you want to do for balance?
Your call.
My call. Oh, don't leave it up to me.
Tree.
Let's do tree. Let's do tree. Okay. So when you're doing balance poses in your house or even in a yoga studio, I don't know what's behind the curtain, but I'm going to pretend it's a wall. If you need a wall to balance, go near a wall. If you need a chair, hold on to a chair. There's nothing that says that you can't use other types of gear to support your practice. Okay? So we're going to bring the weight into the right foot and maybe just first start bringing the left heel off the ground. Now I notice right away I get laundry basket hip. I'm carrying laundry baskets, kids, whatever. So I push it back in so I'm nice and lined up. And we focus on something that's not moving, okay? So don't move that middle camera. And I'm going to lift my left knee. And I'm going to bring my left knee out to the side. And here I can drop my toe to the ground. I can bring my foot to my shin or up to my inner thigh, but I'm not going to do that today, but not to the knee. You don't ever want to let the foot rest on the knee. See if you can, see, I changed my gaze. Open that knee out a little bit. Start with the hands in prayer. Some days balance is good, some days not so much. What?
It's a tough morning.
Are you wonky too? Or is it just me?
Nope.
All right, I'm going to move away from you a little bit. When I used to do yoga, when my son used to come, we used to get separated. The teacher separated us during balance. And I'm going to bring the arms up and just kind of grow my tree. And sometimes it's windy around your tree. Today it's very windy around my tree. And that's okay. Put your foot down, bring it back up. It's fine. I'm going to pull my belly button in a little. Zip up from the pelvic bone all the way up to my chest. And it's just super windy around the tree. And that's all right. So what I would maybe do at home is, oh, there is a wall. Okay. I'd come to the wall and do this. And then I'd move my hand away from the wall. But the wall is there if I need it. Okay, and let's walk that out. Good. Okay, we're going to bring the weight into the left foot. Bring the right heel off the ground. It's bad when the yoga teacher can't balance. Okay. It happens. We're going to bring the right knee up and out to the side. And I'm not even going to tempt fate. I'm just bringing it to my shin. Yeah. I'm going to grow my tree. A little less windy or not. But again, grab a wall, grab a chair. Some days it's better than others, and that's fine.
That's a practice.
That's why it's a practice, not a perfect. Ooh, my voice just came out of your mouth. All right, and let's just release that, and walk that out. Good. So we're gonna get back down onto the ground. We'll do it with a little bit of sun salute. And I wanna try a little bit of a different balance thing from the ground, just to see. So come up to the front of the mat a little bit, please. Inhale the arms out to the sides and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Good, inhale halfway up. Exhale, bend your knees, bring your hands down, bring your knees down. Okay, so what we're gonna do is a supported side plank. So it's not a total side plank, but it's balance. Okay, so take your right leg, the bottom of your right leg, and I'll show you. So you're gonna take the bottom of the right leg and kickstand it out. Yep. So you kickstand that out, and then you can take your left leg back, toes to the ground, take your right hand, put it in the middle. Yep. And then slowly open the left hip to the side, and like you're drawing a bow and arrow, come up. Nice. So this is balance, and here may be totally up to you. And it's weird. Today is weird. Maybe lift that top leg. Not today. Okay, balance is always going to be different. Good. Yeah, it's weird today. It's weird, funky energy. Bring it down. Good. And I'm going to do it on the other side. So kickstand your left foot out. Bring your left hand under your face. Right leg comes back. Draw that bow and arrow so you're opening the hip, opening the side of the body. See, now this one, my leg comes right up until I think about it. And breathe. Good, bring it down. Totally stable on that side. On this day, come all the way down. Nice. Child's pose, toes together, knees apart. Rest your head. And breathe. Good, come all the way up. We're gonna sit. Okay, so whatever that comfortable seat is. Let's get another hamstring stretch. So grab your strap, put it around your feet, and you can drop the strap for a minute. And sometimes you have to move the flesh of the butt away a little bit to get on the sits bones. They're the little bottom bones of your pelvis. And then grab the strap. You can wrap it around your hands a couple of times if you want, but you want your feet together, your heels on the ground. You want your toes pointing towards your face, okay? You will go to yoga classes where the yoga teacher will say, and slam the backs of your knees into the floor. Don't do that. Just because you can, I can. But that means I'm hyperextending my knees, and that's never a good thing, okay? So heels stay on the floor, and draw yourself up nice and tall. Shoulders move down the spine, shoulder blades. You feel a stretch in your hamstrings yet? Mm-hmm. So sometimes you don't even have to bend forward to feel the stretch in your hamstrings here. But what you can do is take an inhale and exhale and come forward just a little bit, and breathe. And maybe On an exhale, you come forward a little bit more. Listen to your body. There's no prize for touching your knees to your toes. The prize is getting a stretch and feeling good afterwards. You can drop the strap here, try to stay where you are, and just drop your hands somewhere on your legs, whatever you can reach, your thighs, your knees, your shins. If you can walk your fingers to your toes, my toes are far away this morning, so I'm not gonna, just to right here. I'm trying to keep my back nice and long for an inhale. And then once I do that, exhale, and I can round and I can tuck my chin. And I'm gonna feel that stretch. Basically from my heels through my lower back. Good, let's roll up, release the strap. We're gonna put your hands under the knees, bring the knees up, and open the feet together. And this is one, sometimes people's knees are up here. You can grab, and it's uncomfortable if that's the case. Grab blocks. If you don't have blocks, grab pillows and just throw them under your thighs. Holding on to the feet. And just kind of, you can kind of dig the thumbs into the feet a little bit. And then sit up nice and tall. This is cobbler's pose. Take an inhale and exhale. We're going to come halfway down, but we're coming down with a long back. And you'll feel the stretch in your inner thighs again. Take an inhale. Exhale, come as forward as your inner thighs allow. Don't force anything. And when you get to as forward as you're going, and for some people that might be up here, and that's fine. Some people might be down here. Don't force it. Tuck your chin and breathe. Good, walk yourself back up. One little counter stretch. Bring your hands behind you to the floor, and I don't care if your fingers are pointing in or pointing out. Bring them in close to your body, and we're gonna push up into the hands and bring the chest forward and the shoulder blades back. Belly button pulls in and gaze comes up just a little bit. Just countering those forward folds. Full breaths. Good. Awesome. So from here, bring the hands under the knees to draw the knees together and come onto your back. Bring your feet together and let them flop open. Your hands can be on your belly or out to the sides. Palms can face down or up, whatever feels good. So this is Shavasana, it's final resting pose. Sometimes you need to scooch around if your body wants to move a certain way, do that first. And then if it's comfortable for you, close your eyes. And bring your attention to your toes. And the balls of your feet and your arches. Feel the connection of your heels with the ground. Allow your calves to be squishy so that your shins sink into them. Thighs and hips are heavy, totally supported by the earth. Belly is soft, rising and falling with the breath. Chest in front of the throat are open to receive the breath. Your shoulders are relaxed. Arms and hands are heavy, supported by the earth. The back of your neck is long. Lips are together, but teeth are not. So you're not clenching your teeth. The muscles around your mouth and your nose and your eyes and your cheeks are all soft. There are no lines in your forehead. And just for a few moments, your only job is to breathe. If you have time, you can stay here longer. You can pause the show and stay here as long as you'd like. Or bring your attention back to your body and the mat. Make some small movements, wiggling fingers and toes. Stretch the arms up overhead. Arms one way, feet another way. Give yourself a good stretch and a good breath. And then you're going to roll over onto one side or the other. I usually roll over onto my right side, but I don't want to back away, so roll over onto a side. Curl your knees up and rest your head on your arm. Take a good breath here and noticing how you feel. And then when you're ready, use that top arm to help push you up into a comfortable seat. The hands rest on the thighs with the palms facing up. Good. And we're going to inhale the arms out to the sides and overhead. We're creating a circle of safety and light. Exhale the arms out to the sides and down, reinforcing that circle. Inhale the arms out to the sides and overhead. The circle we create is permeable. Exhaling the arms out to the sides and down. So what we need comes into our circle and what we don't need goes right out. And one more time, we inhale the arms out to the sides and overhead. Hands meet and rest on the forehead and the third eye chakra, reminding us to see. And then the hands come down to rest near the throat and the throat chakra, reminding us to sing. And the hands come to rest at the heart and the heart chakra, reminding us to love. Thank you for coming out, sharing your practice with us. Thank you for coming and sharing your practice with me. At the end of every practice, I always say, the spirit within me sees, recognizes, and very much appreciates the spirit within you. Namaste.